This was a massive spot to be in for such a young talent, to have a sold-out crowd completely behind her, down at points. Jimmy, how did she do it?
I mean, look, she's a fan favorite, obviously. Everywhere she goes, she has the Philippines cheering for her. They seem to travel to all the tournament.
In her singles quarterfinal, Alexa was simply completely annihilated. Ekaterina Alexandrova, ranked 11th in the world, defeated her 6-3 and left the court with her dream of being an Abu Dhabi single dead. The majority of players would have been destroyed. In order to deal with the disappointment, most people would have needed hours to process that loss. Eala had less than an hour because she and the seers, Janice Tien, stepped out onto the court for their doubles quarterfinal matchup with the second seed 60 minutes after that heartbreaking singles match. And what were they doing? They punched their ticket to the semifinals after completely dominating them 6-3, 6-3. This is the tale of how, in less than an hour, destruction can be transformed into inspiration. Allow me to explain this day in Abu Dhabi, which was an emotional roller coaster. That loss hurts, but let's start with the singles match. Alex was fired up going into this quarterfinal. She just accomplished the historic comeback against Sasnovich, winning in a tiebreak after trailing 0-4 in the third and saving match point. There was momentum. The level of confidence was really high. Additionally, she was up against the second-seeded Alexandrova. Alexandrova is currently ranked 11th in the world. She is elite, not just good. This player has made it to the Grand Slam quarterfinals, has been in the top 20 for years, and hits the ball harder than nearly everyone on the circuit. However, Alex had already defeated formidable opponents. You thought anything was possible following Sasnovich's comeback. When the game began, it wasn't close. Alexandrova performed at an unbelievably high level. She was serving bombs, hitting winners everywhere, and failing to give Alex any rhythm. Alexandrova won the first set 6-3. The same story, second set, 6-3 once more. Continue the match in straight sets. And see, defeating the world number 11 is not a source of shame. It's hardly a terrible loss. Alexandrova is really talented. However, it hurts to lose like that after the high of that Sasnovich comeback, after rising to number 38 in the live rankings, and after feeling like you're about to do something extraordinary. The majority of players would have been devastated. They would have returned to the locker room, where they would have spent hours mulling over the loss, conducting interviews, and undoubtedly feeling sorry for themselves. When your tournament is over and your aspirations on the court are dashed, that is the normal human response. However, Alex was deprived of that luxury because she had another match to play in less than an hour. Consider the mental reset this situation calls for. You've just lost. Your time as a singles player is over. The momentum from the Sasnovich match had vanished. The opportunity to continue moving up the rankings is over. You're dissatisfied, irritated, and most likely emotionally and physically worn out. You must now set all of that away, turn on a switch in your brain, and prepare to play once more. Play, but play against the tournament's second-seeded team. Two seasoned doubles players who are ranked far higher than you are, Zhang Guai and Christina Ba. Since most people are unable to perform that mental reset, here is where champions establish themselves apart from everyone else. They carry over their displeasure to the following event. They allowed one setback to lead to another. Most people aren't like Eala. Alex and Janice Chen entered the doubles court for their quarterfinal less than an hour after leaving the singles court with a defeat. And you know what? They didn't hold back. The Seers break early in the first set. They are discovering opportunities in their opponents' games, moving fluidly, and communicating flawlessly. There's a reason why Jen and Ba are the second seeds. They are good. However, Janice and Alex don't feel threatened. They win the first set by a score of 6-3. This is when things start to get interesting. Ba and Zhang are both veterans. They are able to adapt. They are capable of retaliating. Alright, they're going to tighten this up in the second set, you think. Things are about to get difficult. The Seers, however, never give up. They continue to apply pressure, attack, and play their game plan, and they also win the second set 6-3. The second-seeded team completely dominated with the same score as the opening set. Alex, who was presumably devastated an hour ago, is now relishing a huge doubles victory as the Saars go to the semifinals. This doubles draw is almost ridiculous, so let's discuss what Alex and Janice have achieved. Leylah Fernandez, the French Open doubles finalist, and Christina were defeated in the first round. Six-time Grand Slam doubles champion Mladenovic in 3 sets. Already among the tournament's biggest upsets. Zhang Shui and Christina Ba, the second seeds, were defeated in straight sets in the quarterfinals. One more huge upset. They are currently in the WTA 500 event semifinals. That is enormous. A result like that earned significant praise, significant prize money, and significant ranking points. Additionally, they're accomplishing it with chemistry, clutch play, and an unteachable doubles instinct. The moniker, the C, is more than just adorable. It stands for something actual. Two players from Southeast Asia are battling to establish their legitimacy at this level. When things go tough, they both support one another. Janice was there to help Alex recover from that singles defeat. Alex provided Janice with a partner who could perform well under duress. That's collaboration. That's what makes doubles unique. Here's what I adore about Alex's mindset. She may have made an excuse based on that singles defeat. I'm too exhausted. I'm overly sentimental. All I have to do is go home and think about this. Although she is not that person, no one would have faulted her for losing the doubles match. Rather than allowing the disappointment to depress her, she turned it into motivation. She might be thinking, okay, singles didn't go my way, but I still have doubles. Here, I still have a chance to win anything significant. Let's head out. That's the mindset of a champion. That's resilience. To succeed at the top level of professional sports, you must have that same mentality. In all honesty, she might benefit more from this in the long run. Yes, losing in singles is painful, but she may now continue to play. She is allowed to continue competing. Rather than simply returning home disheartened, she and her partner get to pursue a doubles championship. The gods of tennis, basketball, or whatever you want to call them, occasionally have a plan. Perhaps Alex was meant to lose his singles match in order to focus entirely on doubles. Because they are now on fire and have a good chance of winning. What comes next, then? The semi-finals. And although I don't yet know the specifics of the matchup, it doesn't really matter who they play since, as we just witnessed, they upset the second seeds by recovering from heartbreak in less than an hour. I'm not placing a wager against them. There is actual momentum. There is a click in the chemistry. Above all, Alex has demonstrated her ability to compartmentalize. She is able to overcome a difficult setback and return with the same zeal and determination. Within professional sports, that is a superpower. They advance to the WTA 500 event final if they win the semi-final. That is enormous. That defines your career. Additionally, reaching the semi-finals in a competition this size is already a success story, even if they don't win. Not to mention that Alex remains the 38th most popular single person in the world. Even so, that incredible comeback against Sesnovich took place. Despite this, she moved up 7 places in the standings. None of that is eliminated by Alexandrova's singles defeat. It simply indicates that she has more work and goals to accomplish. And based on all we've witnessed, including her resilience, mental fortitude, and capacity to quickly recover from setbacks, she will succeed. I want others to know this about Alexia. She is more than just gifted. She is more than just talented. She is resilient. Unbreakable in the mind. Defeating the second seeds in doubles less than an hour after losing 6-3 in a quarterfinal. That's not typical. The majority of players are incapable of doing that. That calls for a mental toughness that distinguishes champions from the rest. And she's doing it with Janice Jen, another player and fighter who doesn't agree with her perceived ranking. Together, they are demonstrating the legitimacy of Southeast Asian tennis. That the Seers are a power, not simply a charming moniker. Let me tell you, it hurts to lose a single person. I wanted to see Alex delve farther as a fan. I wanted to watch her exert more pressure on Alexandrova. I wanted that run of brilliance to go on. However, you know what? Given that we may now witness Alex's reaction to hardship, this could be even greater. She demonstrates to us that a single setback does not define or shatter her. In doubles, we get to witness her turn that disappointment into something constructive. Additionally, we witness the Seers attempt to win a WTA 500 doubles championship. How awesome is that? That being said, the day in Abu was bittersweet. Dhabi. The doubles dream is still very much alive, but the singles dream has died. And seeing Alex turn the switch in less than an hour from destruction to dominance. I think this girl will continue to do amazing things for a very long time because of her mental toughness. I'm all in on the Seers for the upcoming semifinals. Alex, let's go. Janice, let's go. It's time to shock everyone.